Your testosterone isn't randomly low. It is being destroyed every single day by what you eat. And do you know the worst parts? Most of these foods are considered normal. Normal! If you have low energy, low strength, and low drive may be low sexual drive, low motivation. If you're experiencing any one of these things, there's a very high chance that you have low testosterone. Let's not waste any time and let's dive into the foods that are actually destroying your testosterone, causing these symptoms. No time wasted. Let's run it. Let's go. Let's go. Now, the first food that is cooking your testosterone is ultra processed foods. These include your fast foods, you already know, the McDonald's, the processed snacks, the chips loaded with sodium, the processed meats, sausages, the deli meats. You see all these foods right here, packed with additives. A constant consumption of every single one of these things would pretty much lead to long-term hormonal damage. With every single one of these foods, they have high calories. The fast foods, a McDonald's, I know at least just you eating the appetizer, you probably are eating almost close to 1K calories. Before you actually are even done with the whole thing, you've probably left there with minimum 2 to 3K calories gone into your system. These things have high calories and they have low nutritional values. Your body literally is not even happy with these kind of things. And you know the thing? This is not even a cheat day problem. This is a lifestyle problem because the long-term effect of these foods is diabolic. The crazy thing is, people don't just eat this one time, people eat this daily. The next stop that is deep frying your testosterone is the excess sugars found in where? The sugary drinks, the candies, the cookies. I'm even right cookies, man. Cookies. The desserts. You know what all these things do? They cause a spike in your insulin. That spike in your insulin then causes your energy crashes. When you eat the sugars, you feel good and fine. What it does is it's gonna raise up your insulin. After it raises up your insulin, you feel like you have a lot of energy and there is a massive crash afterwards. That's one of the reasons why you guys will have low energy. And excess sugar will even cause inflammation. The excess sugar is also deeply tied to decreasing your testosterone, lower T level. Eating every single one of this will also increase your fat. You know that fat has high estrogen, and estrogen would further decrease your testosterone levels. The problem isn't that you guys actually just eat sugar. The problem is that you guys eat the sugar and you crash out on them. Now, the third thing you most likely are consuming that is wrecking your T levels is alcohol. This successfully impacts your sleep and not in the positive way. And we already know that sleep is where testosterone is actually going to be produced. So the fact that your sleep is bad is also going to equate to low T level. It also affects your recovery. Whenever you drink, you actually are going to affect your recovery. And your recovery also is tied to your sleep. A decrease in T level, obviously, would also affect your muscle building potential. The reason why I also say that it affects your muscle building is because when you train all week and you drink in one night, you're literally setting yourself back. And this is something that is literally decreasing your testosterone, decreasing your gains, and decreasing your recovery. Next up is low-fat diet. Now, low-fat would impact your testosterone negatively. The reason is because fats, as you all know, they produce something called cholesterol. Fats will be the building block for cholesterol. And cholesterol is very important for you to actually produce testosterone. So fats really produce hormones. Sometimes when people are actually trying to lose weight, one of the biggest things will be have a high protein diet. However, what happens is that they start neglecting their fats. And when they start neglecting their fats, or some people even take it to the extreme by avoiding the fats, that would lead to obviously hormone issues because you aren't giving your body the sufficient building blocks to actually optimally produce testosterone. And we already know that testosterone is very important. People then avoid fats and literally kill the hormone that actually make them feel like a man. The next stop that is affecting your T level is chronic undereating. You're not filling your body enough. And this literally in itself pushes your body into survival mode. So you literally feel hungry all the time. And the problem with this is It doesn't entirely have an effect you see right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit guilty of this too. However, the chronic undereating, it downregulates the hormones because your body now produces more cortisol. Because whenever you're in survival mode, you're gonna be producing more cortisol. And cortisol and testosterone are not friends. And this is typically common with people who are doing wicked fat loss. In my situation, by the way, I just wanted to say this. I typically realize that I do not eat as much when I'm working. However, for people who are trying to lose weight very, very quick, this is a very, very big thing because obviously, let's say your maintenance calories is like 2,000 calories. They tell you that you should go on a deficit. You're supposed to go on a small deficit, a 2 or 300 deficit, which could be like a deficit of 1.7. However, what some people do is they push it to the extreme and they maybe go 1, 2. And this in itself would actually impact your testosterone level because you'll be downregulating your hormones, you'll be increasing your cortisol, and overall your testosterone levels will be cooked. So you are genuinely eating less and you're also deep frying your testosterone. Okay, so I know I did say you're not eating enough fats, but the problem is you don't want to be eating seed oils. These oils are low quality, they're processed oils, they're not good for your hormones. And honestly, I personally had to stop actually taking seed oils overall. Like when I eat in my apartment, I've cut this out. The reason is because this is inflammatory. So every time you consume seed oils, this processed oils right here, it will cause inflammation when consumed. Let's not even go there. This seed oils is found in almost every processed food. Every single processed food. And that's one of the reasons why I could confidently make this video and say you are eating a lot of things that's actually destroying your testosterone. You don't even need to even stress it. It's found in almost every food you eat, especially if you're eating a lot of processed foods. Now, the seventh one is soy. It's not inherently bad. So I do know that some of you guys do love your sushi, dipping it in a lot of soy sauce. This in itself is not inherently bad. There's going to be a problem whenever there is a stupid high intake and in its processed forms. There is always a problem with processed forms because of all the chemicals, additives, and preservatives that are actually being used. So that's the reason why this is actually a problem. And just one thing I just need you to remember with regards to the soy is balance. And if you notice anything about the foods that we've spoken about, there are things that we actually eat a lot. I will not let you leave this video without understanding this. The core lesson is that it's not just one food. It really is just the pattern. One food is not going to give you any problems. Like if you're eating one McDonald's, one food with processed oils here and there is no problem. The problem is the daily consistency. We do not want to be consistent in nonsense. So it's the pattern of eating this every single time. So it simply means that your testosterone is heavily linked to your intention. It's pretty much a reflection of what you put inside of your body. Now, a simple fix would be whole foods. Please and please start eating your whole foods. And I understand the reason why some of you guys might be eating the processed food is because maybe you're short on time. And honestly, for things like even processed meats, it makes sense that it's easier to cook. But eating whole foods would save you and your health and your energy in the long term. Try and eat healthy fats. Healthy, emphasis on the healthy fats. Try and aim for enough protein. Enough protein is very, very essential. It will optimize your muscle building. Rule of thumb should be 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now you should eat enough calories. I'm not against you trying to lose fat. Heck no. However, it's the aggressive cuts and all that. You should try and aim to actually adequately fuel your body. Now, the biggest take home would be fix your diet and you can fix your life. Your body is a reflection of your tiny micro habits, and your testosterone would be directly impacted by your diet. And if you want help structuring and optimizing your nutrition, your training, I'll tell you, book a call with the link. And I'll personally love to hear from you and work with you. I'm confident that I can actually help you out. And with that said, that's the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got a lot of free game, and I keep on wishing for the best for each and every one of you. Stay blessed. God bless. Stay locked in. Keep on seeking pain. Peace.